Hello everybody, my name is Jan Pavlovitz. I'm here together with Aidan Doyle, and today we would like to talk about XHQ, our software solution for operational intelligence, and this our magic word XHQ, Aidan, and please give us some insights what XHQ in general is.
XHQ has been around for maybe 20 years, of course modernized in between, serves the process industries primarily, and the main focus is on better operational decisions. Actionable decisions, taking all of that information typically found in a process plant or a refinery, or where you have many data silos, but you need a lot of that information to make a decision. And what XHQ does really good, integrates all this data, contextualizes, aggregates, and serves that information to a user exactly the way they needed to make a decision in that facility.
You talk about XHQ is more than 20 years on the market. That is really a long time. And you always modernize the software during this periods for the customers?
Typical examples today, you can run XHQ in the cloud. We have customers doing this, mostly in a private cloud. We have data collectors for remote sites, so you can aggregate data. Yeah. The whole idea is that customers would institutionalize their best practices in these screens. So the most knowledgeable people who make decisions make sure that these screens represent the information you need to make a decision, and then all the other people can be following those best practices.
That means also that we are not just showing data from the operation itself, that we are also showing something what's coming out of the engineering part of a process plant, for example?
Correct. All the information you need to make that decision, and it often could be you need design information. We have one example in the North Sea, you could say a floating platform where we have the 3D, we have the operations data, all comes together so the customer gets a digital twin essentially of their facility, and they can look at that from their office network, and they can look at things like the number of beds available on the facility, production quotas, health, safety, environmental. So really anything they want to look at on that facility is at their fingertips. They don't have to go searching for the information.
Okay, so that means also when they want to go the fleet information management, all those stuff is also covered by XHQ in the new versions?
Yes. Today there's a big trend, of course, to start focusing more on assets, get more productivity, lower downtime, use some analytics to get the uptime of the assets higher. The maintenance intervals can be more optimized, and of course you need a lot of data to do this, so we're best positioned to integrate the data and provide that for these types of decisions as well.
Okay, so we talk about the industry, so you're saying that is oil and gas, that is petrochemical industries, this is the process industries itself. So what's about when we talk about people? So when we talk about the users of such a solution like XHQ, is it the site manager, is it the operational manager, or what kind of user group we have in place with XHQ?
It starts from the very base level, people actually turning devices and valves because they need to see what they're doing, but the people one level up need an aggregation. So it's pretty much every role, and the way we do that is we tailor the set of information to the role. So a plant manager gets one view of their facility, a quality manager gets a different view, but the nice thing is you can always look at the other people's representations, assuming the security lets you. So you have the overview, and this also allows you to bring information to specialists who may only be in certain locations. They're not always in your facility. So you have quick access to specialists who can look at the information in a standardized manner. Okay. And this avoids errors. We say one version of the truth. Everybody's looking at the same information. Yeah. And that's a risk reduction topic alone.
You mentioned on the fingertips, so that means also that our users are able to use any kind of device from the smallest tablet or a mobile phone device up to the normal computers to use XHQ?
Yes, we give them many options. They can use a standard view on all the devices. You can have tablets, phones. We even have these nice wearables if you are doing maintenance hands-free. But you can also tailor a view, meaning on the desktop you see a lot of information, but on your phone you see a smaller subset that's targeted to the device. So we give that option as well.
At the moment, everybody is talking about the connectivity, so that's what's one of the main purposes. So my understanding is that XHQ has a lot of connectors to the world where we need the data to take from or to collect from. What's about this edge? This is for me a bit of buzzword. Can you give me a bit insights about the edge?
We can take information from many disparate systems, from plant historians, from databases, from laboratory systems, and bring together. But of course, you don't always want to put an XHQ on a small site to do that. So the connectivity piece we have as its own thing called XHQ Edge. You can put that on a site, you can take that site information and bring it to a central XHQ server. You could also roll it up to XHQ in the cloud, which is incoming. More customers want to leverage cloud. So we give you the same capability, but the options, how you deploy it, how you use it, are flexible.
So, and you're responsible for the complete development as a technology lead of XHQ. What is a bit when we're a bit in the future? Do you have some ideas for the future? Which maybe some insights or let me say some trends where you want to go with XHQ in the next years?
I think we have some trends. We have also specific offerings such as XHQ for oil and gas, where we also have specific flavors of XHQ targeting, say, assets, asset management, asset analytics in certain verticals. But I would say the general trend is more information, more focus on assets, more integration of analytics, more cloud friendliness. Those are the typical topics.
Okay, then one last question. So related to our partnership with the company Bentley, we have this approach together, especially here. What's about the reliability part from our colleagues from Bentley, asset reliability, and how we want to connect this with XHQ here as well?
Yeah, we have the ability to do that today in a customer site where people would use, say, Bentley AssetWise. They can connect that with XHQ. But the nice thing with PlantSight is we now come with a much more out-of-the-box, holistic, integrated solution, leveraging XHQ plus the Bentley software plus the 1,2D, 3D engineering. So this makes it much easier for the customer. For this subset of their problem, you get a very nice solution from Siemens that's already integrated.
Thank you very much, Aidan. That is a great information. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan.
Siemens, ingenuity for life.